Your world as you knew it is gone. How far would you go to bring it back? Shepard created war, but only we knew the truth. Hey guys and girls, Bob out here. Today we'll be covering part 2 of our multiverse series. This will include the Modern Warfare games 1, 2, 3, the Ghost comic, and Operation Kingfish YouTube video. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy part 2 of this series, the Call of Duty Multiverse, the Modern Warfare trilogy. The year is 1996. Captain McKillen and Lieutenant Price are sent to the first assassination mission ordered by the British government since the Second World War. Zakhaev is the target. Currently, he is a rich ultranationalist and arms dealer. Zakhaev is shot by Price, but the wind causes the shot to miss his head and hit his arm instead. They flee, and Macmillan gets injured when a helicopter crashes nearby. They then contact an evacuation chopper and escape. Yuri also witnesses and saves Zakhaev thanks to Makarov at this time. November 11th, 2009. Simon Ghost Riley and a few of the allies are sent on a mission to take down a Mexican drug dealer named Manuel Roba, who was expanding into smuggling terrorists into the U.S. Coahuila. The mission was a cakewalk until the leader, Vernon, betrayed them to the enemy. December 9th, 2009. Riley escapes his intended grave by painstakingly digging himself out using Vernon's lower jawbone. He eventually manages to make his way to Manchester and requests to rejoin the military, intending to continue his hunt for Roba. However, his therapist refuses to clear him for duty because of the lingering effects of Roba's brainwashing. Frustrated with his therapist and the state of his mind, Riley reconnects with Kevin Sparks and Marcus Washington from the Roba mission to relax. Soon afterwards, it is revealed that Sparks and Washington are still brainwashed and are actually working for Roba. They betray Riley and slaughter his entire family except for his father. When Riley discovers the corpses, he laughs and slips further into his own madness. March 10th, 2010. Riley is framed for the murder of his family, but he doesn't care. Knowing that his father would be killed next, he visits him at his hospital. There, Riley asks why he laughs when he sees dead people. His father reminds him of when he accidentally killed a whore when he tried paying her with a drug shot. Riley witnessed this, but his father started laughing at how the addict died with a smile, where he asked Riley to laugh with him. They both laugh with the answer. Riley leaves, and once he exits the building, he hears a gunshot from the hospital. June 9th, 2010. Riley follows Sparks and Washington to a military outpost in Bonington, where he kills Washington and brings Sparks back home. At his house, he tortures and makes Sparks regret his crime against Riley. Riley switches their tags, shoots Spark in the mouth, and burns the place. Riley then goes back to Kohala to capture Roba's right hand at a bar. Riley brings him back to where he was brainwashed, which was now abandoned, and tortures Roba's current location out of him. Riley infiltrates Roba's summer house and steals information on the terrorist smuggling from his mainframe. Riley finally confronts Roba in a blazing fight, but Roba desperately escapes out the window. Riley shoots him in the back and in the head. Riley sets the entire state on fire and leaves. When he enters an open field, a helicopter arrives, and a man with a Task Force 141 emblem on his shirt disembarks and approaches Riley. Day 0, 2011. Sergeant John Soap McTavish is in his initiation for the SAS, and he goes through various training courses. He meets Captain Price for the first time. Captain Price says, "What kind of Muppet name is Soap?" starting a lifetime of friendship between them. Day 1, 2011. Soap alongside Price and Gaz sneak into a cargo ship. They find a nuclear-wrapped warhead wrapped in a flag with Arabic writing. The boat is in attack, and the group barely manage to escape. President al-Fulani is taken and executed by al-Assad. Day 2, 2011. McTavish, Price, and Gaz rescue an informant whose codename is Nikolai Sergeant Kamarev and Russia loyalists help Soap and Price. Their helicopter is then shot down, and they flee while ultranationalist teams search for them. Later, an AC-130H Spectre gunship provides support for Price and the remaining SAS members. In the Middle East, Sergeant Paul Jackson, Lieutenant Vanquez, and Staff Sergeant Griggs battle their way to the capital city of the country where al-Fulani was executed. The first target was a television studio where they believed al-Assad is broadcasting, but it turns out he wasn't broadcasting. Soap is tasked with finding and capturing al-Assad in his safe house in Azerbanji. They find out Zakhaev is supplying al-Assad. He is then executed by Price. Day 3, 2011. They proceed to rescue a stranded Abrams tank called Warpig. Their efforts lead to a massive assault upon the capital. Unfortunately, a nuclear weapon is detonated by Makarov while Yuri watches. This kills Jackson, Vanquez, and 30,000 Marines. Griggs, fortunately enough, wasn't present. Day 4 and 5, 2011. The crew evacuates from the town on the C-9 Big Bird, which Griggs is on. Soap and the SAS attempt to capture Zakhov's son for information. He commits suicide to avoid being caught. Day 6, 2011. Soap and the SAS team are joined by an American sniper team and Marine squad. They attempt to retake a launch facility that was captured by the ultranationalists. Zakhov was outraged by the death of his son and threatened to launch ICBMs to the United States. They rescue Griggs, who missed the landing zone, and knocked out the power to the facility so the Marines can breach it. They then meet the sniper team, but two ICBMs are launched at the U.S. eastern seaboard, which has an estimated 40 million casualties. Soap and Co. then retake the facility and stop launching the missiles. They then escape with some vehicles. The ultranationalists pursued hard and damaged the bridge Soap and his squad was on. And they then crash. Zakhov comes down to the bridge, and then Griggs is shot in the head. Gaz is executed by Zakhov himself before Soap is executed. Zakhov is distracted, and Price slides Soap at M1 1911, which Soap uses to kill Zakhov and his guards. They are then saved by the Russian loyalists. October 8, 2013. Sandman and Frost are positioned on a hilltop overlooking a facility belonging to Vladimir Makarov with a 50 cal, while 141 members, including Soap, Price, Ghost, and Roach, approach the facility stealthily. They then attack the facility with support from an AC-130, and when they enter the facility, they wipe out any remaining soldiers. They then discover a room full of information about Makarov and his plans to target Price and his team. It turns out to be a trap, and the C4 exploded. Nobody was injured in the explosion. They then tried to escape the facility, but the AC-130 was shot down. Soap is then wounded, and the team must carry him to the evac helicopter. It left before Captain Price could get on board, leaving him behind, which leads him to being captured by Makarov soldiers. August 10th, 2016. Joseph Allen of the 1st Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment, participates in a mission to retake an Afghan city from the local militia. General Shepard is impressed with Allen and recruits him as a CIA operative, places him in Makarov's organization as an undercover operative. August 11, 2016. Soap and Roach sneak into a Russian airbase to recover an ACS model. August 12, 2016. Allen joins Makarov in a terrorist attack in an airport. Makarov suspects Allen to be an undercover agent and kills him before he flees. The Russians then show up and find Allen. Russia then blames Allen for the attacks, which leads to them blaming America, causing World War III, basically. In retaliation, on August 13, 2016, Russia launches a surprise invasion of the United States East Coast. Sergeant Foley, Corporal Dunn, and Private James Ramirez are ordered to defend Washington, D.C. and Virginia. Task Force 141 shifts their attention to Makarov, and they go to Rio de Janeiro to investigate a contact of Makarov. Eladrio Rojas, he is captured and interrogated. 141 learns that the one of Makarov's most hated enemies, which is known as Prisoner 627, is being held in a Russian gulag. Unfortunately, the Russian invasion cut off aerial support for Task Force 141, which led them stranded in Brazil. Nikolai helps the crew escape from Rio de Janeiro. August 14, 2016. Soap is confident breaking prisoner 627 from the gulag will draw out Makarov. General Shepard orders Task Force 141 to link up with the 6th Fleet to lead a counterattack against the Russians near the Bering Strait. The Navy SEALs, Marines, Navy, and Task Force 141 break through the oil rigs being used as SAM platforms. Storming the gulag, Soap and Co. then rescue prisoner 627, who turns out to be Captain Price. Price then agrees to join Task Force 141, only to track down Makarov. Price then temporarily goes rogue and hijacks a Russian nuclear submarine. He then launches an ICBM to Washington, D.C. Fortunately, Price programmed the bomb to explode in the atmosphere of the city. In the process, it destroys the initial International Space Station, but it spares Washington with an EMP. The EMP cripples both Russians and American forces in the city. Sergeant Foley and Co. then find out that the Air Force has orders to carpet bomb Washington, D.C. The United States believes that the town was lost to the Russians. Foley and Co. then head to the roof of the White House to pop green flares to show the Air Force that the city isn't lost. They are successful in their mission. August 15th, 2016. General Shepard tells Task Force 141 that Makarov is at 2 possible safe houses, so the team must split up. Price and Soap are sent to the aircraft scrapyards in Afghanistan, and Roach and Ghost are sent to the Caucasus Mountains. It turns out to be a trap, and both Ghost and Roach are shot and killed by Shepard. Shepard intends to take advantage of the crisis to become an American war hero and secure the support of the American population. Price and Soap manage to escape the scrapyard, where the Shadow Company and the last of the ultranationalist forces are battling. Price then convinces Makarov to reveal Shepard's location. August 16th, 2016. Price and Soap then embark on a suicide mission, where they track down Shepard and chase them on their boat. Price shoots down the helicopter Shepard is in, and they fall down a waterfall. Shepard then stabs Soap, and Price and Shepard battle it out. Price is beaten and almost killed when Soap takes the knife out of his chest and throws it into Shepard's eye, killing him. They are then rescued and extracted by Nikolai. They are now international fugitives. August 17th, 2016. Hours after killing Shepard, Price, Nikolai, and Soap, who is on the verge of death, they reach a safe house ran by Nikolai's allies. Makarov's forces then raid the base to kill the 3 of them. Yuri, who is Nikolai's best soldier, gives Soap an adrenaline shot. They then escape. They are the last 4 remnants of the disavowed Task Force 141. They go into hiding for a few months. On the same day, Sergeant Derek, Frost, Westbrook, Grinch, and Truck, and their commanding officer Sandman, which work with Price and Soap and Ghost in Operation Kingfish, they facilitate the Russian army's withdrawal from the invasion of Lower Manhattan, New York. October 3rd, 2016. Boris Voretsky announces some plans to make peace with the United States at a summit in Hamburg, Germany. The plan is interrupted by Makarov's men hijacking Boris's plane and forces it to crash. Andrei Kharkov is killed while trying to rescue Vorshevsky, but it is killed by Makarov. Makarov then kidnaps the president and plans to capture his daughter, Elena, to get the Russian nuclear launch codes. October 5th, 2016. Soap recovers, and Price, Urey, and Macmillan follow Makarov's trail to an arms deal, but they fail to intercept the cargo. A British SAS unit, including Sergeant Marcus Burns and Sergeant Warcraft, is sent to deal with the shipment, but one of the transports is a decoy. The actual cargo is a biochemical weapon and is detonated on a London street nearby, killing an American family. October 6, 2016. Team Metal is deployed to Hamburg to rescue the U.S. Vice President from a hostage situation, and they succeed. October 9th, 2016. Acting on intel from Price, they are deployed to Paris to capture the Russian bomb maker. After capturing him, they fight their way to the city, aided by an AC-130. The Eiffel Tower then collapses into the river after a bombing run eliminates all Russian forces at the escape point. Team Metal interrogates Volk and learns that Makarov's location is in the Hotel Lustig in Prague, where Makarov is about to call a meeting with his top advisors. October 10th, 2016. Price and his team sneak into the city of Prague. October 11th, 2016. Urey and Soap meet up with Casimir to assassinate Makarov. They take up their sniping positions. Kamarov is taken hostage and rigged with explosives. Price escapes just as Kasparov is blown up, and Makarov then reveals that Urey personally knows Makarov. Makarov then predicted where Soap and Urey would be, and he pre-rigged the buildings with explosives. Soap pushes Urey out of the building, and he was caught in the explosion, but is mortally wounded due to the height he fell from and the debris falling on him. All this caused the knife wound Soap received from Shepard to open. Soap unfortunately dies. Price then punches Urey down a staircase and holds him at gunpoint, demanding how Makarov knows him. Urey explains he was a former ultranationalist who befriended Makarov and was responsible for escorting Zykov and Makarov after he was shot. He was also with Makarov when the nuke killed Shepard's men. After seeing Makarov's reaction, Urey tries to stop the massacre at Zykov International Airport by alerting the FSB. Urey got caught and shot by Makarov before the attack started. Price decides to keep Urey as an ally. October 12, 2016. Price and Urey infiltrate Makarov's castle near Prague and learn of Volsky's captivity. Price and Urey alert Team Metal of an ultranationalist plan to abduct Elena from a safe house in Berlin. October 13, 2016. Team Metal cannot prevent the kidnapping, but they trace Makarov's ultranationalist to a Siberian diamond mine. October 14th, 2016. Team Metal and Task Force 141 launch a joint rescue operation to save the Voretsky's before Makarov gets the nuclear launch codes. Their actions there assured the safety of President Voretsky and Elena. They end the conflict between the United States and Russia, which ends World War III. During the extraction, Sandman, Grinch, and Trutch stay behind the chopper. Stay behind to give the chopper more time to escape. They are killed when the mine collapses on them. January 21st, 2016. Price and Urey track down Makarov to the Hotel Oasis in the Arabian Peninsula. Price and Urey are decked out in Juggernaut armor, and they assault the hotel. Price catches up to Makarov. Beating Price to the Desert Eagle, Makarov's all on the ground. Makarov prepares to execute Price, but Urey, who stumbles towards Makarov while still injured by debris, Makarov shoots him twice in the chest and then kills Urey with a headshot. Seeing that he lost another friend to Makarov, Price is enraged and takes advantage of the moment to tackle Makarov. He then proceeds to hang him, killing Makarov. He sits down one final time, looking at the defeated Makarov hanging from the roof, smokes a cigar while local police forces storm the hotel. Unfortunately, this is the last known event in this timeline, and most likely forever since it was rebooted in 2019. It is my personal belief that Price most likely dies here, or at the very least is in prison. Price is an international fugitive and most likely killed innocent civilians in the conflict. I believe this would be classified as a terrorist act on Price's part. Thank you all for making it to the end of this video. I will be deep into college life by the time I officially release it. But don't worry, I plan on uploading 2 videos a month and stream when I can on Twitch. I will link that in the description below. Special shoutouts to Discord as they help me review the script, and thank you to Barnacle for my unique profile picture icon. Link to my Twitch and all sources, of course, will be in the description below. And as always, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hey, I'm back. So I have to give a special thanks to Papa Quad on Discord. He's a great guy. Follow him on Twitter at Papa Quad. He reviewed the script. He was a pretty cool guy. I recommend you follow him. Anyways, thank you all for watching. And once again, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.